My dear child, calm your spirit and listen closely. This is the moment for you to open your heart and receive my guidance. Do not let pride cloud the light of truth, nor allow carelessness to lead you astray. In the midst of the storm, I do not wish for you to suffer because you overlooked the signs. Pay close attention to my words, for they will steer you away from the approaching danger. My child, there is a malevolent spirit circling your life. These are not mere shadows or distant ideas, but unseen forces quietly plotting to pull you away from my light. This is not their first attempt. In the past, they sought to harm you. Remember those times when it felt as though everything was against you, when disaster seemed imminent, yet you stood firm. You survived because my powerful hand shielded you. You may not have realized it, but I intercepted the enemy's attacks and thwarted their dark schemes. When you walked through peril unaware, it was because I stood as your fortress, my grace preventing you from falling into destruction. Now, my child, your enemy grows more desperate. They see you still standing, undefeated, and so they have become more cunning, searching for any weakness to exploit. They no longer attack openly but hide in the unexpected. Have you noticed the weariness creeping in, the negative thoughts surrounding you? There are doors in your mind left ajar, allowing darkness to seep in. Listen carefully to my words, for they are not just speech but light to guide your path. Each word I speak carries wisdom, truth, and the protection you need. Let these words sink deep into your heart, for they are the weapons you will use against the lurking darkness. I warn you now because you need protection, and I cannot let you walk forward unaware of the dangers ahead. Guard your heart like a vigilant watchman at the city gate. Your mind, heart, and soul are precious treasures, and the enemy will not stop trying to break in. They never rest, never abandon their wicked plans. They watch your every step, waiting for a moment of carelessness to plant deceit, stir doubt, and pull you from the path I have set for you, a path of light, peace, and blessing. You cannot afford to be careless. Be cautious of those you trust and the places you go, for the enemy is subtle. They do not appear in frightening forms, but often disguise themselves in what seems ordinary or even appealing. They may hide in seemingly harmless conversations, in advice that sounds sweet but is laced with poison, or in opportunities that seem too good to be true. They may even plant thoughts in your mind, making you believe they are your own, when in reality, they are lies meant to instill fear, doubt, and distance between us. My beloved child, do not fall into ignorance or complacency. Do not think these are mere coincidences or unfortunate events. Nothing happens without reason. The challenges you face, the burdens you carry, are not random, they are signs of a spiritual battle, and you are the target. The enemy wants you to believe these are just normal parts of life, that your pain and discouragement are temporary. But look deeper, my child. Open the spiritual eyes I have given you. There are forces at work in the darkness, seeking to divert you and extinguish the light within you. They want you confused, doubtful, and hopeless, so you drift away from me without realizing it. But I call to you now, wake up. Let your mind be illuminated by the truth. Understand that your suffering is not meaningless, that no trial is accidental. Everything is a warning, a reminder to rise up, cling to me, and prepare yourself spiritually so you are not swept away by the enemy's attacks. This is not the time to fear or retreat, but to awaken and be stronger than ever. Fear does not come from me, it is planted by the enemy to make you falter, to paralyze your will and faith, so you forget the strength I have placed within you. Fear is a chain that traps your mind in doubt, making you forget that you are not alone, that I am beside you, equipping you with all you need to overcome. Remember, I am the Almighty God, creator of all things. No force can compare to me, no enemy can stand against me. I am greater than all the powers of darkness. So, my child, do not let the enemy's lies shake you. Do not believe you are surrounded with no way out, or that you are not strong enough. No weapon formed against you shall prevail as long as you remain in me. Under my protection, no force can touch you. But you must choose to stay close to me, to trust in me, and to embrace the protection I have prepared for you. I have not sent you into this battle unarmed. I have equipped you with mighty weapons, not of this world, but with divine power to destroy the enemy's schemes. You hold the power of my word, a sword sharper than any blade. Rise up and declare my word over your life. Do not remain silent in the face of the enemy's lies. Proclaim my truth over your home, your family, and all that belongs to you. When you speak my promises with faith, the enemy will tremble and flee, for they cannot withstand the power of my word. Unseen forces are working to disrupt your life, sowing chaos in your thoughts, relationships, and even your sleep. They are not targeting trivial matters, but striking at the core of who you are, the peace, joy, and relationships I have given you. Their goal is to confuse and break you, to drain your strength until you lose hope and surrender. But I remind you, you are not alone in this battle. Do not let the weight of these burdens make you forget this truth. A battle rages in the spiritual realm, and I have already prepared protection for you. My angels encircle you, guarding and fighting on your behalf. You may not see them, but they are there, mighty and unwavering. When you feel surrounded, remember you are not alone. My heavenly armies are with you, ready to counter every attack. The forces of evil cannot defeat you as long as you remain in me, for in me, you are within an unbreachable fortress. Stand firm, my child. Do not let the enemy deceive you with fear. They may roar and try to confuse you, but they cannot touch you unless you allow it. Hold fast to me, and let me fight for you. Do not let anxiety shake your faith. I warn you not to bring fear, but to awaken you to my presence. You are not alone in this battle. Look to me, take my hand, and follow my guidance. This is the time to act. First, cleanse your heart. Every stain, wound, or negativity within you is an open door for the enemy. Be honest with yourself. Is there anything you have not let go of, resentment, harmful words, or actions? Come to me with sincere repentance, and I will cleanse you. There is no sin too deep that my blood cannot wash away. Choose to turn away from anything that does not honor me. Do not hold on to what harms your soul, for the enemy needs only a small crack to enter. But when you walk in righteousness and stand firm in my truth, the enemy has no power over you. My light covers you, my protection surrounds you, and my power drives away all darkness. Let my light shine into the hidden corners of your soul, for only when you are purified can you stand strong against the forces that lurk around you. Be aware of the people you allow into your life, for not everyone carries light. Some may seem like friends but are instruments the enemy uses to plant doubt and fear. Be cautious, not everyone who praises you or smiles at you is sincere. The enemy is cunning and can use even those who seem harmless to pull you away from my path. A gentle word filled with deception can shake your faith, and a relationship that does not bring peace may bind you to things that do not belong to me. Be wise. Do not hastily trust or open your heart to someone just because they appear well-intentioned. Seek my guidance in every relationship, and I will give you discernment to recognize who truly belongs in your life and who is working against you. There are people I have placed in your life to uplift and encourage you, but there are also those I warn you to keep at a distance. Do not fear disappointing others or being alone, for in me, you will never be alone. Walk in my guidance, and you will always be surrounded by those I have chosen for you. Seek me in all things, even in your relationships. Ask me before placing your trust in someone, and I will reveal the truth behind their words and actions. I will open your eyes so you can see clearly who is truly walking with you and who is leading you astray. You do not need to live in fear or suspicion, but you must walk with wisdom. I have given you my spirit, and if you listen, I will show you whom to trust and whom to keep at a distance. You are not alone in this. I am here, guiding and protecting you. Entrust everything to me, and do not let wrong relationships lead you astray. Let me be the light that illuminates your path and directs your decisions. In me, you will always be under my perfect protection, and no force will be able to deceive or harm you. In heaven, there are souls watching over you, interceding on your behalf. They love you deeply and see the great potential I have placed within you. They recognize the doors opening before you and the paths I am laying out. They pray that you will have the strength, wisdom, and courage to walk in the calling I have placed upon your life. Their voices of encouragement echo from heaven, rejoicing every time you take a step in the right direction. They intercede before me, asking that you remain steadfast and do not lose your way. Their prayers reach my throne, and I am listening and responding. So, my child, do not be afraid or doubt your worth. Do not let anyone convince you that you are not good enough or strong enough. You are not alone. I am watching over you, and a great cloud of witnesses in heaven is cheering you on. Be strong, rise up, and move forward with trust, for you are called to victory and anointed to do great things. You are set apart to bring my light into this world. Remember, you do not fight alone. Heaven is backing you. The challenges you face are fiercer because the enemy targets those with a special mission. You carry a light that the enemy cannot extinguish, a fire they cannot control. They fear your strength and the power I have placed within you. They attack you because they know you are called to bring change and reveal my glory. Do not let these attacks discourage you. They are proof of your significance and the great role you are destined to fulfill. The enemy is terrified of what you will become, and they are doing everything to stop you. But remember, they cannot win unless you allow them to. Stand firm in me, walk in righteousness, and hold tightly to my promises. No force can shake you when you are in me. Rise up, walk with courage, and fight with my power. Do not fear the attacks, for they only prove your value and the high calling I have placed upon you. Come to me with all your heart, speak to me as a child speaks to their father, and call upon my name with faith. When you call on me, the enemy trembles, and darkness must retreat. Equip yourself with the armor of faith and immerse yourself in my word. Remind yourself of my promises, for the enemy will try to sow doubt and make you feel alone. But do not believe those lies. I have never left you. I am working and protecting you every moment. Finally, act on my guidance. If there is something you need to do to avoid danger, do it now. If there is a place you should not go, stay away. If there is someone you should not associate with, be firm in your decision. Do not hesitate, for you do not know when the enemy will strike. Listen to my voice, follow my guidance, and you will be protected. My beloved child, remember this: the battle you face is not yours, it is mine. You are not called to carry this burden alone or fight the storm by yourself. I am the one standing on the front lines, the one who has gone to war for you, and the one who holds victory in my hands. You do not need to rely on your own strength, for your power comes from me. If you try to fight alone, you will grow weary and feel small. But if you stand firm in me and surrender everything into my hands, no force will be able to shake you. I am not only fighting for you, I have already won. So, do not let your heart be shaken. Do not let what you see or hear fill you with fear. The world may try to convince you that you are losing, that you are surrounded with no way out, but understand that the real battle is in the spiritual realm, where I am fighting for you and have already declared victory. Stand firm on the unshakable foundation of my promise, my power, and my protection. Nothing can change this truth. I have overcome, and if I have triumphed, so have you. Stand firm, do not waver, and do not let fear take root in your heart. Trust in me with all your heart, take hold of my word, and declare my victory over your life. I am releasing a holy and mighty covering over you, a shield that nothing can penetrate. My light surrounds and dwells within you, illuminating every step you take. No force can cross the boundaries I have set, and no darkness can overpower the light within you. You are not alone in this battle. My angels are with you, mighty and steadfast, guarding every step you take. They do not sleep or grow weary, and they never take their eyes off you. They are sent to protect you from hidden traps and push back attacks you do not see. The enemy may scheme, but they cannot breach the fortress of protection I have built around you. I have placed my hand upon your household, your family, and everything I have given you. No evil can trespass, no curse can take hold, and no force can shake what belongs to you when you remain in me. I have raised a mighty wall, an impenetrable stronghold around your life. When you walk in my presence, you walk in absolute safety. Remember, when you stand in me, you cannot be shaken. When you dwell under the shadow of my wings, you cannot be struck down. When you trust in me, no power can defeat you. I am not only your protector, I am the one who fights for you. I do not merely keep you from danger, I drive the enemy away before you. So, my child, rest in my peace. Do not fear or be troubled. Do not let your heart waver because of what you see, for my protection is eternal and unbreakable. I have engraved your name upon the palm of my hand, and you belong to me forever. I urge you to keep my child close, for this is where the greatest peril lies. The enemy has no right to invade when you stand within my protection, but if you stray from my guidance, if you choose your own path over the one I have prepared for you, you place yourself in danger. The enemy cannot force you, but it is cunning. It tempts, it entices, it whispers sweet words to gradually lead you away from the path of light. Each time you compromise with sin, each time you ignore my voice, each time you allow your heart to be drawn by the desires of the flesh or the lies of the world, you create an opening for darkness to creep into your life. They cannot breach my protection, but you can open the door to them yourself. They need only a small foothold, a little tolerance, a moment of disobedience, and from there, they will sow confusion, doubt, and pull you away from me. My child, I do not warn you to instill fear, but so that you may be fully aware. You must choose every day. No one can make the decision for you. I can guide you, I can protect you, but I cannot choose for you. My angels can fight for you, but they cannot battle against the choices you willingly make to step outside my embrace. So, my child, be watchful. Do not easily compromise with things that seem harmless yet lead you away from me. Do not let sweet but deceitful words slow your steps. Do not give the enemy a foothold in your life. Keep your heart pure, your mind steadfast, and your steps aligned with the truth. Close every door you know the enemy can exploit. Do not let your heart waver between two waters, but choose to stand fully within my protection. My beloved child, understand this: the enemy has no power of its own to stir darkness in your life. They cannot create strength from themselves, for I have never granted darkness the authority to rule over you. But my child, they know how to exploit things that are contrary to my nature: rebellion, pride, lust, greed, and other wickedness, to sustain themselves, to grow strong in the lives of those who are not vigilant. They do not draw energy from me, but from the very choices of mankind. When a soul ventures onto a strange path, compromises with sin, and disregards the voice of truth, they themselves open a door for darkness to enter. The enemy cannot force you to walk in its ways, but it will take advantage of every gap you unknowingly or deliberately create. Just a small concession is enough for them to find a foothold. Just a single act of disobedience can give them a grip, and if you continue down that path, ignoring my call, disregarding the warnings I have given you, before long, you will find yourself surrounded by darkness, where confusion, fear, and suffering reign. But my child, I am a merciful God. I am not the one who abandons you just because you have gone astray. No matter how far you have wandered, no matter how many times you have turned away from me, I am always here. Even when you are lost in your mistakes, even when you are tempted by deception, even when you are trapped in the chaos of your own making, I never cease calling you back. My Spirit is always at work, never ceasing to convict, never ceasing to awaken your soul, never ceasing to place signs along your path. Every time you feel a stirring of unease within, every time you hear a whisper of warning, every time you sense an urging to turn back, that is me. I send my messengers to your side, sometimes through a person who speaks a word that awakens your soul, sometimes through a circumstance that compels you to reconsider, sometimes through an event that makes you realize how far you have strayed. But my child, I will never force you. I may call, I may warn, I may extend my hand, but the choice to return remains yours. I do not seek cold obedience, mere outward actions without love. What I desire is your heart, a heart that truly longs to return, a soul that genuinely recognizes that only in me will you find life, peace, and your true purpose.